And we're doing Georgia Cannabis Industry Alliance event today, man. Coming in, bringing in veterans. You know what I'm saying? Just letting everybody know about cannabis and how it affects veterans, and not only cannabis, but we're talking about hemp and how the oil in general. Everyone has an endocannabinoid system. You know what I'm saying? We gotta know how it affects us, and it's an epidemic crisis going on right now, and we gotta understand we got soldiers dying every day. So what we really was trying to do is inform individuals about a different form of efficacy to treat our soldiers. So we OG Entertainment is coming together with Coach to talk about these issues and bring a little enlightenment to it. Have a great day and enjoy what you see.
I know.
Conversation, man.
Yeah, Coach Mike and I go back to what was it, 2015, 2016, Washington Park, feeding all the people. Had the drones up. We were all smoked out. Beautiful event, man. We found out real quick who Coach Mike was and what he was all about. He started dropping the message that if you wanted to get into the game, this is your opportunity. Planted a lot of seeds since then, boys. Let's talk about it. I've seen some amazing grows Coach Mike's been out on, and he's all part of those businesses. And so, if you guys want to get in the game, hey, it's right here for you.
Let's do it the right way, though. Let's do it the right way. But you know what I'm saying? God, man, I appreciate the words of encouragement, man.
James Meisner with One Plant.
Hi, how you doing, guys?
It's the face of One Plant, ladies and gentlemen.
This is our annual Veterans Day event, and the Georgia Cannabis Industry Alliance stepped up and made it happen. I'm extremely honored and happy for them to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully from now on, we'll all be working together.
Can you tell me what you're doing exactly, what this day is about, man?
Today is Veterans Day, obviously, so happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, my veteran brothers and sisters. We do this event every year to bring, just for support of the veteran community, but also to bring light to the fact that 22 veterans are still committing suicide every single day. And this is about, the casket is about the pill bottles and the pharmaceuticals and the VA dependency. Yes, please, come on. And so that's what it's about. It's about to show everybody that, hey, there's a better way. Cannabis can help.
What's up, OG?
Natural and holistic medicines can help. And the VA needs to recognize it.
Yes.
We're less than a block away from the VA. You can actually see it from right here. That's the Veterans Administration. That's where they keep poisoning all of our veterans. We want them to know. That's why we set up right here next to them. Because we're in their faces. We're done with the poisoning of our veterans. We're ready for a healthy, natural option. And the veterans agree. It's their voices that are being trampled on, and it's their lives that are being lost for-profit prisons, industry elites in the tobacco, alcohol, pharmaceutical. There are so many people vested in law enforcement, locking up innocent people, taking their souls for profits. We are in their faces less than a block from the VA right now, and we're showing them that we're standing up for veterans.
Can you show them that casket?
This is what we're against. This is what we're against, because that's what veterans get. When you say you need help and you're in trouble, this is what you get, and they don't give you any help. So it's the lack of caring, the lack of help from the VA and the federal government, and they need to recognize cannabis and other natural medicines, and they need to free it from the scheduled drugs so that the vets can have access to it.
Can you imagine living your life knowing that the rest of your life you're going to have to be dependent on this trash? That this poison is going to be what ultimately kills you after being a warrior for this country. I'll take cannabis every day.
Every day?
Every day. 9 years pharmaceutical free. Nothing but natural.
Amen. Let's talk about it, Coach. Were you ever addicted? Did you ever have any pill problems?
No, I never took it.
I've had back injuries. I know what it's like to be hooked on these opiates. There seems to be some type of goal to get people hooked on opiates. They start you out with simple Percocets, work you up to fentanyl patches. This stuff is all in the pharmaceuticals' hands. They have control over all this. That's why you see the state changing to a pharmaceutical model now. It still benefits all of the same assholes who have been killing us with these poisons, and it still keeps poor black kids in prison.
Hey, I got one question to both of y'all, man, right here, man. We're gonna make a video, whatever we do. What solution would y'all come up with to wind up addressing this issue?
First and foremost, remove cannabis from the scheduled drugs. in prohibition once and for all, and I think that would solve a lot of issues going forward. Then states could choose whatever they want. It could still remain in a pharmaceutical grasp, but it would be free. The plant would be free. Hundreds of thousands of pharmaceutical drugs in the history of pharmaceuticals, and not a single one of them is designed to cure anything. Nothing.
Hold on. Well, we do got pharmacies right now that are going to start distributing oil, and as soon as flower come into play.
Yeah, that's interesting that they allow that, but they can allow it at the state level, but technically still it can't be prescribed because it's a Schedule I drug.
That's right.
I can tell you from the top down, Walker Chandler has put out the word. We are working to strike the word marijuana from any legislation. That word does not belong in any of your legal paperwork, so just get rid of it completely. We are talking about tomatoes, not tobacco. We shouldn't be regulating, we shouldn't be taxing, we shouldn't be controlling. We should be getting the federal government out of the capitalist way so that the same people that were already making money in this game can continue to scale their businesses.
Oh, this out of Michigan.
Yep.
JFK Kimball, representing.
Yeah. For a long time in the game.
Normal to the CIA,
yes. Cannabis.
to the
That's the grinding, bro. That's grinding. Dean ain't saying too much back there, you know what I'm saying? But grind me, man. You guys have been grinding in the industry for a while. And still doing it. I told you it's a marathon. All those, everybody gonna wind up. Everybody gonna make the game.
No,
How you doing? Everything good with you?
I'm trying, I'm taking it day by day. They keep trying to knock me out. They're trying to kill me, They ain't successful yet.
Not yet, baby.
Not yet.
I kept getting a lot of messages from people. They're saying, "Can you make this happen? We need this." I didn't realize how much everybody was looking forward to this. So I talked to Melissa and Stephen and James. James agreed to let us do it with a 2-week notice. So we're thankful to you, James, for that opportunity for allowing us to be here today. So I just want to say that I've been an activist for decades on the marijuana and civil rights back from the 60s on upward. But I had never given much thought to the veterans' needs for cannabis because I was like, raise hell, let's raise hell, let's raise consciousness. But I asked a good friend of mine who should be here today, Stephanie Ingram, why Jason and Melissa Kimball never came to my events. So she came back and she said, it's because you don't support the veterans. And I said, what?
I didn't say that.
You did. So I said, well, I really don't know much about it, And she said, well, if you want Jason and Melissa on your team, you better show up at the next time James has a veterans event. So I did, and we've become fast friends, and I've learned so much about veterans' needs and veterans' issues.
My name is Life D. Griffith, originally from Belize, Central America, raised in New York City, 19-year Army combat veteran. I served as a medical combat veteran, serving and helping, conserving, as we say, medics, conserving and fighting strength for those who are on the battlefield. I served in 2 wars, Iraqi freedom, and also, of course, in Afghanistan. Now I serve a different fight. The fight that I'm serving now is to ensure that we have the opportunity to utilize medicine, meaning hemp, cannabis, marijuana, whatever you want to call it, for our better good and better need. I was also legal analyst for the federal government, working with veterans, helping making sure they get their money that they're entitled to. I still do that now as volunteering. I wanted to say this. First, I want to thank Teresa, Melissa, James, Coach Harris, and many others who have allowed me to participate in what we have now is called this movement called US. When I teach about hemp education, I use the acronym of helping educate misinformed people, HEMP, because a lot of us are misinformed. And it's up to us to make sure that we take care of first each other to make sure that we get the right education. Now, many of you may know or may not know this. The VA is still under the federal side. Therefore, cannabis, as you know, hemp is still illegal there. However, they do have a directive that says if you're using hemp or cannabis, you will not lose your benefits, period, right? I want to make sure you know that. If you don't have that directive, I can send that to you by the law. It says you will not use your benefits. So I want to just to say that serving the United States Army was an honorable thing. It's still honorable to this day because freedom is not free, as we all know. It's a price that you're going to have to pay mentally, morally, physically, socially, economically, and of course those that are sometimes diagnosed with PTSD, spiritually, right? So it's important that we support one another. It's important that we do these things not just on Veterans Day, but every day.
I really believe that there's been a horrible injustice, just such a darkness over our life with this cannabis prohibition in so many ways. Yes, so many ways, especially the children are just starving of love. That's true, Scribbles. And the truth, they need the truth. That's right, that's what you're here for. And so we really need to make this right, and everyone I see here today is part of that solution, and thank you for that. We really need to break this horrible darkness that we're under, and so many states are ahead of us, and we just gotta keep on talking louder. Don't be scared. You know, that anxiety that comes over all of us before we say something that we really need to say, and we feel like crunched up and like shy and maybe just angry and sad that we even have to stand up for our rights.
I'm really grateful to be here today with all the OGs. Thank you all for the work that you've been doing for many years. I'm honored to be a part of this gathering because I know that every one of you all have been doing this for a long time, and now finally it feels like there might be some momentum going. And I'm excited to be a part of that. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. We'll get away. You make the call now. I already know. Okay. All right. All right. I think we got one more try.
So for you?
Yeah.
Oh man, long
Damn. Silverware.
Knowledge, plan, and connection with him. That's, you know, right, exactly. You know,
How y'all doing today? Say how y'all doing today? Wow. The best for the last, man. Hey, I just want to say one thing, really, to all the pioneers that are out here. I'm glad that we are still in the fight. This is a marathon. Everybody's not built for this. Everybody has a particular area or what we call a wheelhouse and what they're doing in this space. Own that space at this particular time because there are things coming, people who are doing things that are making things happen, and we most definitely want to do it with the people who have been doing the work, period. Again, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Keep doing what you're doing, and the people who understand your role will come to your, I want to say, assistance sooner or later, because we all are treading this water together. But again, man, I just want to say I love y'all. I want to continue thriving with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and break bread with individuals who you don't know too much about, because you'll be amazed on the 6 degrees of separation that you have and create something in this industry that's great. And again, my name is Mikhail Harris. They call me the Hemp Czar. GeorgiaHempAssociation.org. Meaning that it's a new phase that we're going into. Coaches into, trust me, I'm still into the fight about the plant. But I understand what sustainability is. And understanding that we have to take this plant and everybody has to go down a particular lane and talk about the betterment of this plant and how it's going to help our industry. So when we start talking about Hemp Creek and talking about LEED certification, sustainability, building degradation and all that, a lot of people don't understand what that is, but it's a betterment for the plant, meaning that the more we can grow it, the more economics we can create with it, the more jobs that we can create with it. It becomes a better, I want to say, understanding for everybody to understand the economic benefit from this. So again, if you're in the medical aspect of it, man, run it. If you're in the sustainable or the, the hemp aspect of it, run it. If you're in the cannabis side of it, run it. If you're in the activism side of it, run it. But we all must know that we family and we got to keep continuing this together. You feel me, Dean?
Amen.
You feel me, Dean? Yeah, we love you, bro. Love y'all. Thank you, Teresa. I love you. Representative Bell needs assistance too, right? Meaning that he's a young guy, and that's when you talk about sustainability, you talk about grassroots organization. So he has a lot of young people that he's dealing with, that is actually part of this campaign. But he would be willing to team up with individuals who already understand what's going on to help him create legislation that will help us even move forward. But again, the young people that are involved or that are not involved with our movement, how many young people you can see out here that's under 30 years old? Not too many. That's because we're not meeting them where they at. So what we got to do is we have to go where they at, team up with them, get their input, team it up with the knowledge that you got, that I got, that we got, and we can wind up making it feel good for everybody. But if we don't go out there and grab them young people, man, we're going to wind up being a bunch of old farts up here talking about what we want and never get anything done because we don't bring the masses of the youth with us to make a change.
Amen.
So I would love for Teresa, she just wound up pulling some stuff together that we want to implement with Rep. Bell. Yes, ma'am, and I think we're going to make this happen. We'll have a conversation this week.
What we're planning on doing together
Yes, ma'am.
is bringing Representative Bell into a workshop where that he can discuss his legalization plan with us, and then we get a lot of people contacting us that say, we would like to go up there to the Capitol, but we don't know what we're talking about. So when we put this workshop together, we're going to bring all of you guys that want to participate and go up there at that Capitol with us this session and talk about Representative Bell's bill. We need flour. He's willing to give it to us, right?
Yes, but we want to be on both sides. We want Republicans and Democrats. We can't do this, man. Whatever we're talking about doing in this industry, we can't do it split. It has to be together. And again, everybody got their own interests. I do not want to, I'm going to say it straight out, I don't want to sit on nobody else's interest. If that's what you do and that's what you believe in, bring that to the table. If that's Democrat or Republican, bring that to the table. But we have to come to an understanding that we're doing it for the betterment of the plant. And if we all doing that, then we can assist each other. Now, like I said, there's a lot of things that Teresa's been doing, and we just show up, but we got to bring friends. And again, there got to be some young people too that's coming to these events so we can garner that younger support. And that's what we're doing. And I think that's what we've been doing for the last couple of years.
We've been pulling it together. We've been moving forward. We've been uniting people.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we got to do. Normal.
We've got to educate. We've got to create leaders in this industry.
That's right, Mr. Lucy. That's 100. I love you, man.
I love you too. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Melissa.
First of all, I want to thank the veterans, all the veteran brothers and sisters who are here today, and all the veterans everywhere. That's what this day is about, and that's what this event is about. We're here to honor you, not just for cannabis, but for your sacrifice to this country and for our freedoms. And next, I really want to thank Teresa and Lisa and Steven and the Georgia Cannabis Industry Alliance for pulling this off. It was pretty much last minute, but you guys did an amazing job. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. First time, me not starting the event off or me not setting it up. And sometimes it's hard to ask for help. Sometimes it's even harder to let others help you. And so I appreciate the help.
Amen.
And secondly, I want to thank the Golden Drops Cafe and Victor. He's not out here right now, but they have been so awesome for the last 6 years in allowing us to do this event here. Setting up a coffin in front of his coffee house. He was a little odd about the walk. He's like, I don't know if I like this. But he let us do it, and we've been doing it here for 6 years. That coffin has been inside the Capitol, the Georgia Dome, and it's been here every year on Veterans Day for the last 6 years. And I learned something else today, is just how important this event really is. And I told myself today that we're not going to miss this event anymore. So no matter what we got to do, we're going to make it happen every year. So with all that said, thank you guys for being here, and thank you veterans, and I'm out.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James.